Hello guys, hello there, welcome to this episode of The Quick Experience. I'm your host, and as usual I take you through everything Get Quick International. Today is a little special. It's very chilly, so we're sipping on some tea. And you can join us from wherever you are. Don't forget, if you're new here, just click that subscription button and the bell to get a notification whenever we post something new. Today is very exciting, very conversational. I'm chilling with two beautiful ladies. One, Miss Sheila, country manager here at the Get Quick International Store, Uganda. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are you ready to dive?
Always.
Let's do this.
Ready.
Let's do this.
Thank you for joining us. As mentioned, my name is Sheila Agaba, and we are at the Get Quick Store International here on Concierge Street, Kamocha. And in the family, I present to you our staff members who are always ready for you. The store is always open from Monday to Sunday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
We don't get tired. We don't get tired. Always waiting for you to deliver authentic stuff.
Absolutely. We present to you the Get Quick experience. What does this mean? Experience with us. Quality, good service, and also exciting products. And this is exactly what we've set up today. We'll be talking about our different products. I don't want to spoil.
Today we're in the kitchen.
Yes.
We're in the kitchen.
The good, secrets that we've kept. But as you can see, our setup, we'll be having a guest who will tell us more about our setup. But we'll be taking you through our different products that can help you in the kitchen to make very nice pastries and confectionery.
Beautiful. So if you're a baker out there, you're looking for authentic stuff, sit down, sip on some tea. This is your show. So guys, on the tea party today, we're joined by the beautiful Martha from Tasty Tales. You're going to know everything about Tasty Tales. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi guys. Like Anne said, my name is Martha. I'm a co-owner at Tasty Tales, which is basically an indoor-outdoor catering facility, but majorly pastries, bread, you name it, we're your people. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're very glad.
An honor.
You're not nervous, right? You're
No.
very excited to be here.
Very excited.
So just give us a brief on how you discovered Get Quick International and how your experience has been.
Get Quick International and Tasty Tales have had a marriage relationship for the past 1 year now.
Happy anniversary.
Right?
Honored.
So it started off actually on their anniversary last year, where I had the privilege of making them a few pastries that were supposed to be, they were sharing a cup of tea, breaking bread together as workmates, and we fell in love with each other, and the rest, as they say, is history. I came into the pastry business around 2017.
Okay.
Right after I'd had my little girl. Hi, Abigail.
Hi.
It was a precious gift, but as you know, as young mothers and inexperienced, I went through a period of postpartum depression, and I turned to baking and the use of my hands to help me overcome it. So it started with small things like kabalagala, and then I went into small cakes, like banana cakes, like the carrot cake and all that. And slowly, eventually, around 2018, me and a wonderful dear friend of mine called Derek Ocheng decided to start something where people could taste what we make and, feel our love and our hearts through the things we make with our hands.
Oh, wow, that's nice. That's beautiful.
Making you feel at home. We always have.
When we say Get
beautiful
Quick experience,
with
This
you.
is the
this is
experience.
it. Okay, you can take this tissue.
Thank
Okay,
you.
can
So
just pick yourself up.
we are eating my favorite chocolate cupcakes,
Okay.
and I love the oatmeal cookies because they're multi-purpose. They're kind of healthy,
Ooh.
but they're also very good for breastfeeding mothers.
Wow.
It's actually a fun fact. Yes. Oatmeal cookies, almond croissants, and there's a bunch of wonderful stuff. But today I picked out my most favorite items, and
Which is becoming my favorite.
and I wanted us to share them together, and then while we have good conversation.
Beautiful.
So as we dive into the products, please come always and have better taste of some of the pastries we have, and we're always open to you. Our Get Quick store is not only a place where you can find gadgets, but as we've introduced, it's a place for good experience. And as explained, we are going to dive into a lot about products that help in the kitchen. Specifically today in this episode, we'll be talking to you about pastry and confectionery. Why is it important to know the products that you use in the kitchen? How do they keep and maintain your health? Where do you find them? And what specifically should you look out for multiple pastries? You know, one thing I realize is that your experience in life is created by you. You can create your experience in life to be average or exquisite. And today in our partnership, we'll be talking about how to have fine bakes at home, fine bakes in your confectionery store, at your parties, but with specific emphasis on what gives you that quality product. And without further ado, we'll dive slowly into the gadgets. And also for those who are thinking, you know, these days we have a lot of youth coming from university. You do not have a job, you don't have a side hustle. We have ample gadgets for you to start with on a budget.
Wow.
You know, and we will introduce you to a 4-in-1 hand blender from the brand called Eve, and it has 4 different parts for you to be able to do multiple things.
Wow.
In the kitchen, we'll be going specifically on different gadgets that help you do different things.
Okay.
So I'm not a pastry chef. I'm not
The
an
pastry chef is
expert.
here to tell us.
Yes.
What's your experience been like using that kind of product?
Well, for me, quality is something that I value above quantity.
Okay.
At any one point, it's the quality of the item I'm presenting my clients with that matters more to me, and I think that's where my relationship with Get Quick International, it's our pivotal point, like it's our meeting point. We are firm believers in quality products, in authenticity, and all of that. So I find it, let's say you've tested frosting, you've tested icing. These are things that have both wet and dry components.
Yeah.
So for someone who has an amazing blender or like a mixer like this one, it's very easy. The texture of it all matters. You know, if something is meant to be smooth, it should be smooth.
Yeah.
If something is supposed to be like rocky, like let's say a carrot cake, a fruit cake, some things are just for folding ingredients into one another.
Yeah.
So that it's the cooking process that brings out or combines the flavors.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll dive into the functionality. Basically, since we've already gone into making different kind of pastries, as indicated, it's a 4-in-1. It comes with a main service point, or I will say the main hand blender support, where you are able to partner it with multiple different whisk pads, yeah, depending on what you're doing, yeah. So we have 3 types of additives, which are the whisks. We also have the blend that is usually used for sauces or mixing and crushing products, and this is really good for vegans.
Yeah, vegans.
Good for vegetarians who usually use vegetables to make their pastries.
Their soups.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so you attach it to the main blend hold, and then you sit it into. It's not only a mixer, but it's also a blending cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it, you know, does your
Makes the work
mixing. Yes. So for the beginning, we can mainly talk about that before we go into our other fine blend. But I find it very handy to have an equipment that is this small.
But does a lot of
But
things.
it does a
That's
lot of
amazing.
things.
Yes.
So you have to know that in the kitchen, one of the things that makes life easy is how fast and quick you can get your meals from the kitchen to the table. We don't have that time.
Yeah.
In the olden days, you'd sit down, my God, making cake, making ghee, making shabu, a full week.
Like a blue band.
The experience wasn't nice, especially for the person who is cooking.
Yeah.
Because by the time you finish cooking, your nerves are trying to come back. The world is trying to get a lot more clearer, and then you're already tired of the aroma.
Yeah.
So the faster, the better. And before we get into these products, I would want you to just touch the finishing and the, you know,
right?
the cover, the matte feeling,
Like
the
a slicky
plastic.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Very cute.
That brings us to durability. You know, you've gone downtown. I would like to use that as an example.
Downtown.
And even when you touch something, you can tell that it's already compromised downtown. But when you come here, just touch, feel again. Yes. It's easy to wash. It's easy to assemble.
That's very important.
And
That's very important.
Hygiene,
Yeah,
multi-purpose.
Yeah,
time because
hygiene and food are inseparable.
One and the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have an equipment or like anything that you use for food, so because some foods are contentious, the minute a slight bacteria is mixed inside that food,
That's a food
that's
poisoning.
it, it's done. You
Yeah.
get various types of food poisoning, E. coli, like there's scary things out there. So I appreciate a product that when you're cleaning, you know you've touched every
bit
corner
of it,
the
yeah.
item, which is fascinating.
So before we go there, I'm going to let you know the different 4 in one product, and then you help us know how they've made your life easy in the kitchen. Fast, quick on how we get the fine ingredients. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the main handle. We already talked about it. We talked about the quick blend, which does the sauces, the juices, the mixes for fine liquids that you mix within your dry
Yeah, veggies.
veggies. Then we have the hand mixer,
Yeah.
which is usually, I see it's used for eggs, for egg white when you're making it
Yeah.
white, mousse,
whatever.
yes. You're mixing also the hard ingredients
Yeah.
together, and it has 2 speeds.
Yeah, regulatory.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can say that you can move it to the point at which you need,
yeah.
and also stop it
Yeah.
at what point
Point you
you need it to. And then we have also a chopper or a mini blender,
Okay.
where you can put, maybe if you've decided to put nuts in your pastries, in your bakes, you've decided to put maybe some little vegetables,
Yeah.
Okay.
mint and all. We have that in the 4-in-1 blender, which obviously comes with the different whisks, and you'll be taking us through how these different whisks have helped you work in the kitchen, what consistency you get out of them.
Yeah.
Please keep in mind that in our viewers we have newcomers into
Yeah.
this thing. We have those who just do their home bakes. We have those who have been doing the baking for long, but they didn't know that you can have such a portable blender.
yeah.
And I'll be supplementing to help you understand the quality and also the functionality of each of these parts.
Okay, Miss Martha, just let us know, how has this type of blender made your work easier in the kitchen?
First and foremost, it goes without saying that the sooner you get things done, the better you know, like your day, because time is something you cannot redeem. So you want things that make your life easier.
Easy and faster.
So I love the sleekness of the item. It looks good in your
Yes.
kitchen. You don't want to have like a nicely done kitchen with your get quick baskets and your whatnot, and then you have
There's
like a
a mess.
machine that has all this caviar going on. You want something that's easy to store, because a cluttered kitchen is just really
Yeah.
a royal mess. So I want to talk about these particular whisks. When you mix dry and wet ingredients together, there's a consistency that comes with it. There's a light moving to medium thick, then to super thick, which is basically what we call dough, like for bread,
chapati
for
also.
chapati and whatnot. Well, many times food is much better if you put your hands into it, but to get to that point where your hands are needed, you have to start the process
Somewhere,
early.
yeah.
So this whisk in particular is for the finer, smoother, because it beats quicker. It gives it a smoother texture. It's simple. It's for the eggs, for when you're making mousse, mixing your icing. You want something that gets into it, and because this is
Real
a
quick.
dry and
Yeah.
a wet kind of situation. These other ones here, I would prefer them. They make it so easy for me when I'm dealing with cake dough.
Okay.
Like the thicker cakes, like loaves, the cake loaves. They need for you to actually put in the vigorous mixing, which is not what this lighter one would do for you.
So would I say this is good for like mixing your butter?
Yeah, like your
eggs?
butter, your eggs, like before breakfast, and it's
Yeah.
a quick one. You want something simple that gets things done quickly.
And can you see that all the blades can enter through?
Yeah, easy access, like something that you can easily take off and put back on. These I love for when I'm making like, you know, small breads at home, when I'm going to do like cheese, like cheese stuffed breads and whatnot. This gets into the dough and just really mixes it and folds it together. This is amazing. It's just
Can
an
it make
amazing
pasta?
if you're making like pastry sheets and whatnot, this would be the ideal item to use. Yeah.
And help me understand, why are the blades different?
Because of the consistency of the mixture. Some mixtures are light, so you don't need something that gets deep into it physically. And then there are those mixtures whereby you get to a point of the process and you need to tone it down. You don't need that much vigor to mix the things and whatnot. No, you just need a small folding, like to just grab the mixture and
put it on
like just fold it into each other, like your dough with like chocolate. When you're making like your chocolate chip cookies, you don't want to have that situation where you're whisking, it's
And
already
the chocolate,
hard and sticky. So what you need is something that just folds the dough
And
into
makes
the chocolate into the dough and makes things easier.
So have you noticed that this one has liquids and hard ingredients?
Yes.
You can tell that when you want to mix your liquids, based on the different whisk that you put in, you can press if you're mixing a liquid or if you're pressing hard ingredients. Meaning the mortar changes its functionality and gives you the kind of power that is required. Yes.
Nice.
And it's so seamless, because I've noticed that with the whisk, you just angle it in the right place and it does its work. Yes.
You can even make your homemade mayonnaise. Can you imagine that?
You can?
Yeah, you get your
Eggs.
1 egg, you get your vinegar, you get your salt, mild sugar, and then you just mix, and then it puffs up into that creamy white texture that is mayonnaise. You can do that at home.
Nice.
My favorite, two favorite parts of this particular product would be the chopper.
The chopper,
I love this because when you go to the market and you buy your meat and you buy your chicken and whatever else you find that you want, and I'm a big fan of minced meats.
Same.
I'm a big fan of burgers. I love to make them at home. I love my meatballs. I love my chicken patties. I'm obsessed with manipulating meats. This chopper, I will put 1 potato, 1 onion, 2 pieces of chicken breast, salt, black pepper, and maybe cornstarch, just to give it that, to hold it all together. And I will chop it, and I promise you, in like 5 minutes maximum, I will have a texture, and I will shape my meat or my mixture together, and I will put in our famous air fryer.
Nice.
with the grease, and then you put it in, and in 10 minutes you have this amazing meal, which is quick to make, especially if you're a working mom and you want to be involved in the meals of your children. These are items that make a working mom's life so easy, leave alone a chef. But like me, I have a 5-year-old daughter. She'll be 6 in December. I want something that she can use that is also safe for her.
Yes, for her.
So all these guys, all the items are put together in a way that it minimizes the mess you make on the kitchen counter. It's safe for you to use with your children. Teach them these different recipes, because that's what my mom did with me. I learned.
Look at you now. Thank you, Mom.
But before we dive so much into that, one of the profound things we've talked about is motherhood, is adulthood, is growing up. I've come to learn that with a budget in Uganda, you can still have a very good life.
Yes.
Imagine a gadget that has come. Instead of going and buying 1 blender, 1 whisk, 1 cutter, you come at only 250,000
and buy one.
Wow. And it is multi-purpose, because if you notice, I took it away from the whisks and I've now put it into the cutter.
Something else now.
Yes, so the motor is multi-purpose. It also has a measuring level.
Yeah.
So for you who is teaching your children, you've left instructions to the person at home and told them, help me and mix this up to this level. Maybe it's your husband, your cousin, your support at home. You've told them, make sure it doesn't pass on the 400 mark.
Yeah.
You know, so it has also measuring capacity where it shows you the meals, and for those who measure in ounces, it is written in ounces, but in Uganda we are mainly with meals.
Yeah.
Now I'd like to take you to the fineness of the chopping, because in your description you talked about different textures. You talked about minced meat, you talked about the chicken, you talked about the potatoes, you talked about the onion. All these things have different textures.
Yes.
So you need a fine blend, a fine cutter, you know. And I wouldn't put my fingers on this, but you can see how sharp it is.
Yeah.
You can see the angles at which it has been put. So because it's a round, you know, a round object, it ensures that it reaches every corner.
Yeah.
And picks out everything, but also the sharpness of the blade is well defined.
Yeah.
It has also put for you, you know, those little spots at which the food will be, you know, refined and changed.
Yeah.
So that when you're taking out your dough or whatever you have mixed in here, it's very, very crisp and nice.
Yeah.
It's contoured in such a way that the plastic allows you to easily wash it. And it doesn't have the covering of the plastic does not break. Have you ever tried to eat something and you find a little
tiny little plastic.
Yes. And so it's important to understand why investing in the right equipment is necessary. Finally, you see that it has a stable stand that has been pushed into the inside of the cup.
So the pressure of the...
Yes, I have noticed that some of the gadgets that we have are not well thought through.
Yeah.
Your whisk is all over the place,
jumping
up and down.
Sound at the bottom.
There is no support. Then as you're taking it out, some of it spills on you. So this has a support level.
Okay.
And also the contours on the side inside the cup allow for the food to also be supported to run through very quickly. So ideally, like you said, it can make you burger patties. You know, it can make
everyone
you,
definitely needs this.
Yes.
It's very, very nice.
And it can
And so affordable.
and easy to wash.
Yeah.
We take a lot of time with our team. Every single morning we have product knowledge, so that when you walk into the Get Quick store, you are given the right information about the product to buy. Because why sit at home regretting? You've saved your 200,000, you've saved your 400,000, and then you go home and it's like you flushed it down the toilet. You can't use the gadget, you can't take it back, and you have to start all over again.
Beautiful.
So with the experience at coming to our office and also following our channels, is that you'll be able to experience a product before you touch it, before you know it. And we are still here for a very long time.
Very long time, guys.
So if you, which I am sure, I will guarantee you, it will not happen. If you go home with a gadget and it doesn't work,
Bring it back.
bring it back. I've bought gadgets on the market before I was introduced to the company, and even just the plug that comes with the product is simply divine. It's covered, it's protected, it has a fine finish, it gives you the voltage, it tells you how much electricity you can connect it to. I've bought gadgets and they have the two codes where you have to, you know, use an extra pen or take it to your electrician and he has to change the plug, and that experience is not
It's not
nice.
Nasty.
It's not nice. So that should already be, yes, it's a ghetto move, yeah? Shade. But, you know, that already should give you a telltale that, you know, am I buying the right product?
True.
What is the quality of the product I'm buying? And with it comes the ease of just switching and changing the motor. And yeah, we've gone into another product.
This one is divine. This part for me is when I'm making those soups. You know, during COVID, soup was a thing. You know?
Comfort food.
Comfort food basically. So I will describe just one simple recipe, which would be my pumpkin soup recipe. I will get as many vegetables as I have available in the house, whether they're onions, zucchini, but the pumpkin is the lifter of the soup, right? So I will throw them into a pan, boil them down to the soft texture, right? Then I'll add maybe half a cup of cream inside the
yogurt.
or yogurt or plain yogurt, just inside my vegetables, right? And with the salt and the pepper and whatnot, and I will dump them into a cup like this one, and just put this inside and just squeeze while lifting up and down for about 2 minutes. Then you'll take it out, use a spoon, and use a spoon and just shake the texture. If you still want it smoother than that, take it back and then just go up and down, up and down. By the time you're done, it's like bruschetta and whatnot. Just slice a bit of coriander to garnish it and just throw it there. It is this.
So isn't it beautiful to have a gadget that also comes with its measuring cup?
Measuring cup, so you know the quantity of the vegetables that have gone in and how much water you need to add and whatnot. It's just amazing.
Beautiful, guys. Today, very conversational. The theme today is say yes to authentic and say no to fake. Can we just say that? Say yes to authentic and say no to fake. Before we let Miss Martha go, we're going to ask you if anyone wants to get in touch with you regards Tasty Tales. That's a very beautiful name, Minwell.
Thank you.
It's very exciting. Just tell us how can they reach you out.
Tasty Tales is available, or you can reach us on any social media platform, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube as well. We're not matching with the Get Quick channel yet, but we're getting there. On Instagram, it's at Tasty Tales Uganda. The numbers are on there. You can get in touch with me. We custom make anything that you want. We do indoor and outdoor catering. We do office breakfast. We do packaged meals. We'll prep your meals for you. So when you come home, just maybe throw it into the oven or into the pan. And I would love to work with you anytime, anywhere. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so happy I got to speak about everything that I love.
This has been a very beautiful experience having these ladies over for this chit chat at the tea party. Don't forget that our main headquarters are over in Dubai, Get Quick International. So you can as well reach out to Get Quick International if you need anything authentic shipped to your doorstep. Until next time, guys. Bye.